right, everyone, I'm back. So as a reminder, we're just going to do this quick tech presentation, and then we're going to do the survey, and then you are done, done, done. And so let's get this going. Come on, computer. There we go. All right. So as I'm sure you figured out already, GCC has a single username and password system for all of our technology systems. So this will give you access to workstations and network printers on campus, access to your email, Moodle, MyGCC. I'm sure you've already figured out that your username is your last name, your first initial, and the last 4 digits of your ID number. I really, really hope I don't have to tell you not to share your password with others. This like everything about FERPA applies to like keeping your password to yourself, but also you don't want other people to have access to stuff because they're going to have access to everything. Also, we will never ask you for your password. If someone pretends to be someone from GCC and asks you for a password, don't give it out. We won't ask you for that. All right, watch out for phishing scams. Login portals to the website. We talked about this right here from the main GCC page, from that handy dandy login button that gets you to MyGCC, gets you to Moodle, it gets you the student email, it gets you to the help desk. All of that stuff is helpful. MyGCC, so we talked about this a little bit already. So that's your student information management system. You can check your schedule, you can update your contact information, you can add and change your preferred name, you can change your password there, manage financial aid, pay your bill, register for classes, all of that fun stuff. This is what your main page looks like, or looks very similar to. Your general announcements are here. Certain things might stay up for a little while, like needing to register for orientation. That probably will stay up until I think I give credit. I can't remember when it disappears. Academic calendar stuff is here. General GCC announcements are here in the center. As I mentioned in the previous one, if you click on, we'll get to that in a second. Up here, you can click on the tabs to see different menu items. Clearly, you're not going to have a student and advisees tab, but you have other tabs. Again, this is where you can change a bunch of information. Make sure you check this, your alert GCC info, to make sure that's all up to date and accurate. Again, if you click down here, it'll bring up your dashboard. So on your dashboard, you can do, this gives you a quick and dirty view of your schedule. You can get a more detailed version by clicking on view schedule. You can see who your advisor is here. If you ever forget what your ID number is, you can access it here just by clicking on this button. So all of those things are located on your dashboard. You can also get to financial aid information here. You can find out about holds. These are important to pay attention to. If you have any holds on your account, it will prevent you from registering for the next semester, and you don't want, you don't want that to happen. Moodle, we talked about this. So all fully online classes are taught through Moodle. Many in-person classes, instructors will use a Moodle site for things like additional resources. Your syllabus will probably be there. Grade information can be there. Also, some instructors will have you submit your work that way. Just FYI, Moodle works best with Firefox. Moodle should look like pretty like this. Right now it defaults to a card view. You can change it to a list view. And so this is like what your dashboard looks like. You can always get back to this by clicking on this dashboard link. As I mentioned when I was talking about Moodle and the last thing, this is where your course information will be, plus things like maybe grades up here. And there are always these support services on the right-hand side. For example, I mentioned that Smart Thinking, the online tutoring. You get to it right here from this tutoring link. You can also get to the peer tutoring webpage right here from this peer tutoring link. And then there's like the student help desk, online learning, all kind of how to forward your GCC email to your smartphones, and then you don't even have to think about checking, it just pops up. So if you don't see a Moodle site for one of your face-to-face courses, it either means your instructor isn't using it or they just haven't made it available yet. For example, my courses aren't available to my students yet. But you want to double check. If you don't see a Moodle course for one of your classes, double check with the instructor, find out whether they are using it or not. If they are using it and you can't see it, you want to get that fixed. Supports and resources. So I talked about it that you can get the Smart Thinking right there from Moodle. Smart Thinking looks like this. So you can do like, you can have your writing reviewed, you can chat with a tutor, you can schedule to meet with a tutor in the future. You can send questions and then have the answers sent back to you. So there's a variety of options available there. So one of the things that you can get to from this login button is the Student Technology Help Desk. I definitely encourage you to check this out, especially if you're taking an online class. You want to make sure you check out the tools and tutorials. It's helpful for everyone just to check out the knowledge base. If you're ever having technology issues, you can always submit a ticket, but you can also email. You can email them, or during business hours, you can call. This is not the most up-to-date version of their website because the phone number is usually listed there as well. And y'all, we made